Hey, Blue Table fans, it's time for your studio update. First item is the terrain set that Elise and I were working on. We're calling it Jade Spires. Yes, it is a variation on teal. Yeah, laugh it up, laugh it up. But we tried purple, and that wasn't it. We thought of red, but the problem is this board is already pretty much that value of reddish brown, so that wouldn't stand out. Blue could have been an option. We were going to do maybe like a very pale blue, but we ended up with this jade, and I think it looks quite nice. This is an example of a tier 3 set. When it's done, it actually isn't quite done yet. We're making these little sort of saffron colored puff balls, that color right there, and we're going to make about 10 of those. But let's look at the composition of the table in terms of what's on it. You've got these hills, and these are my sandstone hills with heat applied to them. We then have area terrain in the form of these flats that are designed to match the table more or less. And so during the game, your guys move in, you just move these out of the way. And then there's these larger spires. These are meant to be impassable terrain. So this density actually works really nice for a science fiction type game like 40K, and this is about the right density to get a very interesting game going. For Warhammer Fantasy, you take, which we're gonna use these today. I'm pretty sure we might use something different. We would take off about half of this, and for a skirmish game, what you would do is you would just condense the entire board down to about here, and make it a 4 foot by 4 foot, and that would be really quite dense. So maybe not infinity dense. This is about what you need for infinity. But I'm not sure. You could add some different elements, and of course, like I said, we haven't added in the puff balls yet. Okay, so here's our prototype for that, and I think this is going to add a much needed color contrast to the board and really tie things in. So we're going to make, I do believe it is 10 of these. And these are fake grapes. And we hot glued them onto a base, a foam core base, and then we gave them a spray of like this instant rubber, and that gave them kind of this a texture to them, a knobbly texture. And then they get a base coat of spray paint on them, so they're blackened. So they're blackened with paint. Then they get some spray paint on them. And the colors that we used are Design Master Terra Rosa, Design Master Saffron, and also a standard like rust primer on them. And then we took a Vallejo, I do believe it's ochre, like dark ochre or something, and we just paint on kind of a highlight color on those, and those are finished. So when there's a bunch of those kind of scattered around, I think it'll complete the alien landscape illusion, or if for a fantasy setting, a magic landscape.
Are we recording?
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, really? Hello. What am I supposed to talk about?
You're going to talk about making it and the color decisions and what it is. I already explained how to, what the things were in the game.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
go ahead.
Yeah, this is what we've been doing for the last
No, start
few
with an
days.
introduction.
Oh, I'm Elise.
Hey,
and
there
I'm
you
the
go.
new terrain girl for right now, hopefully forever. And this is what we did today. So, am I explaining the process of how we made
Sure.
this? We started just with this styrofoam and sculpted it using an X-Acto knife and a heat gun and made these cool kind of rock formations. Because this is actually pretty prevalent in Utah, in the South. We see stuff like this all the time, though not in that color.
Right, obviously not Jade. We're calling this set Jade Spires.
And I did not choose the color. That was Sean, and he's been made fun of it for it like the whole entire morning.
Sufficiently, I might add.
Sufficiently.
Okay, go ahead.
And then these were actually really cool. We just had these plastic grapes from like, I guess home decor. People who put grapes in their flower bouquets. I'm not quite sure. And we just, covered them with this rubber spray and then painted them. So they kind of look like this alien, I don't know, plant life.
Or something?
puffballs of joy.
So to get these spires, you just take, it's a square, right?
Right, it's just
And
a
it's
square
however
styrofoam.
tall it is, and you take a box cutter, but a long one. They stick out about 3 or 4 inches, right?
Right, that's correct.
And you just start cutting them, but when you get down to a certain point, you twist it, and you
Yeah,
snap
and you
off
just puff
the
out these
piece,
other
and that's
parts.
how you get these things. And you just keep doing that until you end up with this shape.
And then for the bottom, it was really cool. Sean has this stuff that just expands. You like
Yeah,
spray it on and it
expanding
seems really
insulation
flat.
foam.
And then you just expand it.
You
Or
butter,
you don't expand
butter
it, it
on,
expands on its
like
own.
buttering toast, and it gives you kind of this bumpy effect.
So yeah, we use a lot of materials that are kind of unconventional.
Yeah,
But
and then the
end up
heat
working.
gun.
Yeah,
So you do the heat gun, and it, like
The heat
I
gun
really
is
like
what
this
creates
one.
this
Look
cool
at this little
texture.
sort of weird thing.
That's
Yeah,
all from applying heat to this. Ends up warping the foam.
right. Now, we would have preferred to have used wooden bases,
Right.
but we used foam core, which is actually just fine for this size of thing. But we did use wood for the forest flats. So these are made out of hardboard, like that,
It's a masonite board.
right? So what else?
What else do we want to
Well,
talk about?
we did decide to leave these brown, like
Right.
the board, that
we were
reddish
going
brown.
to spray them green, but then we decided they looked really nice.
Or
So
paint them green, rather.
Right.
Like to tie them in with this, but I think we're okay. All right, so what do we have coming? What do
we have a lot coming. We have like 5 huge significant
Okay, and
projects.
what are
so
they?
We have, I should get my list.
By memory, tell me what they are.
We have the Alien Temple, which is kind of this aquatic
Right.
underwater temple, which is going to be pretty sweet. We have, it's a burnt out village. If I can't remember
Right,
its
War
official
Machine.
name. A
for-
War Machine village.
Right, a generic
that's been,
burnt out village.
devastated.
Right.
We have, oh great,
An Eldar outpost.
right, that's
Right.
one more. And then
Okay.
I'm missing another one.
We are doing the Valhalla terrain.
Oh, we're doing
Which is
that,
gonna
and then
be,
we're also doing the factory.
Right, the chemical plant.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So we're going to be
lots
on
of
the
cool
hunt for
things.
pieces for that. Thank you.
All right, bye.